I'm Dev Jones, and welcome to my Synchronicity series. Chapter 1, Messages Just for You.
Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid.
So there is a lot to talk about with synchronicity, and that's why it will be done. That's why we're doing it in a series. There's so much information about it, and it involves so many different things that really it's best to take one piece at a time. The last time we talked about synchronicity and said that it was a phenomenon of perception where you might notice things, images, sounds, conversations, things that come up, coincidental meetings with people, you think of someone, they call you, all of these things. It can take many different forms. And so synchronicity is related to and involves and interacts with a lot of the concepts that we're becoming familiar with, such as consciousness, manifestation, the law of attraction, intuition, telepathy, group consciousness, reality, the perception of reality, vibration, and many other things. Synchronicity is not a force per se, like gravity is a force, and as people say, you don't need to believe in gravity for it to be real. Gravity is a force, whether you believe in it or not, that acts upon things. And synchronicity is a similar thing. However, when you become aware of synchronicity and start to understand how it works, and you attach meaning to it, and meaning is the key element, then it becomes more like a force, but it's not an actual force. It's more like thoughts. Has to do with perception and what are thoughts, how can they be measured electromagnetically, what have you. Synchronicity frequently occurs when people are waking up or changing their consciousness or changing themselves. So a lot of times it starts to happen and people don't necessarily know what it is that's happening, and that's why they might think that they're going a bit doolally or crazy when they're not. But it frequently comes out of periods of extreme challenge or change. So when people sober up, stop drinking, taking drugs, go through severe emotional challenges, divorce, death, loss, change of living circumstance, disruptive processes, and essentially when there is so much stress on the conscious mind that the conscious mind starts to crack a bit or lose its hold, and that is when the subconscious becomes more powerful and not being so controlled by the conscious mind, and that's when the phenomenon or magic starts to happen. And one of my favorite sayings, I don't know where I heard it or where it came from, is that cracks are good when you think you're cracking up, or that cracks let the light in, and it's frequently through hardship and a struggle that the light comes in and there's a new chance for a new perspective on life. And so today is a general introduction of synchronicity, but at its core, and we will talk about later in different chapters specifics of how it works, how you can recognize it, how different people interpret different patterns and sequences of things, and what type of meaning each individual personally attaches to it, and how this can be used as a guidance system, as part of the guidance system, like intuition, just being aware and in touch with the connectiveness of everything around us. So again, those that, when we say are awakened, and what we mean by awakened consciousness, and this frequently has to do with the idea of people realizing that they are connected to, that there's a correlation between themselves and their spirit, if you like, or their true inner being, with everything else around them, be it plants, actions, what's happening, squirrel, and everything that is interacting to make up reality around them. And that's when people attach meaning to it and realize that they are part of everything else. And there's a great pivot, fulcrum point when you realize that synchronicity is happening, and if someone makes you aware of what it is, or if you stumble upon it and put two and two together yourself. And this is what can make people think that they're becoming unstable or going crazy, is that they think they are receiving messages that are meant just for them, signals, signs. Okay, I saw the sign, that are meant just for them. Well, how could this be? Who is showing them these signs? And that the reality itself and the way things are happening are by design. That it's a clockwork, that there are gears, that there's something behind it all. And so this is why it is so closely connected to meaning, is that at its core, synchronicity affirms the concept of collective consciousness, and that there is a conscious intelligence in everything around us, and within us and without us, and in every living and non-living thing. Because at the end of the day, as any physicist will tell you, we are all nothing but energy, and made of the exact same matter that is in all things and come from all things. So in essence, synchronicity is an acceptance, or awareness of synchronicity is an acceptance of a conscious intelligence in the universe. Some people call this the universe. Some people call it the collective consciousness. Some people call it God, which can have very negative connotations, that word, because of religion and its association with religion. But essentially, synchronicity is a recognition of creative, intelligent consciousness in all things around us. That's it for my section on synchronicity today. And I've also been thinking today about this. This book, The Power of Now, and many, many philosophical books like it, which talk about the power of surrender, of letting go, of whatever your deepest fear is, or whatever your trying so hard to hold on to. And that sometimes the great power and magic is in letting go and surrendering. There's a well-known book and saying by Gabby Bernstein, the universe has your back. And the power of surrendering, trusting the universe. I think I'm getting very close to that power.
Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this, please help me and others by liking, subscribing, sharing, and sharing your comments and or your own synchronicity experiences in the comments section below. We would love to hear them. Thank you. I'm Doug Jones. Please visit wakeuptoabundance.com or on YouTube and Facebook.